Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Trinity of Samyang, 35, 50mm and 85mm version 2 is the hero of the day. So we talk about those Samyangs. First of all, ergonomy. Ergonomically, those lenses are beautifully unified, not perfectly though, because here you have this, this pattern that is unified with 50, 85 and 50 are unified, and you have different pattern on focus ring on 35mm, which makes this lens slightly different, and you don't have a red ring like on 50 and 85. However, having said that, those lenses are ergonomically very good. Those are not too small, not too big, just perfect size and perfect weight. Maybe 35mm could be slightly lighter. I would love to see it refreshed with slightly lighter body, but that's just a little thing. But what's important, you have two programmable buttons here. One that can switch between M1 and M2 custom mode, where you can, for example, customize your autofocus system, and you have customizable button that you can press and, for example, have it as, I don't know, AF lock, for example. I don't use it too much, to be honest, but it's good to have it. It's an extra feature. Nothing to complain. So ergonomically, as version 1, version 2 is pretty simple, pretty nice, but upgraded with those programmable buttons. Now let's go to the most important section, which is image quality. And when it comes to image quality, there's a lot of things to say, but this is not a scientific test by any means. Like, why do I have 16 to 35 here? Let's put it out of frame. So this is not a scientific test by any means, but a practical test. So we work with those lenses and with Sony system cameras. And me and my wife, we made a lot of photos, like weddings, family photo shoots, engagements, all kinds of stuff, portrait photo shoots with those lenses. So we can tell you what is important to know about those lenses, not being boring and talking about each one separately. So in case of 35, what has improved since version 1 came out? Version 2 has definitely a improved color reproduction and sharpness. Sharpness wasn't bad at all on 35 version 1, but 35 version 2 has got beautiful sharpness from center to corner, which you can see right now. And there's a lot of vignetting still, but it disappears in 2.8 somehow like very drastically. I don't know why, and this is pretty much common to all the Samyang AF lenses version 2. But to me, what stands out is those improved colors. No greenish tint anymore. Colors are spot on, specifically when used with A7 Mark IV, which has improved colors. The body itself has improved color science, makes it a beautiful 35 full frame setup. Now let's move to 50. The optical quality of 50 is most improved from all of those three. Version 1 was not very recommendable unless you wanted to work on 2.0 above, but on 1.4 and 1.8 this lens was basically soft and had a lot of chromatic aberration issues, and I didn't like it too much, honestly. So I never bought this first one. I just had it for tests, and I was like, they have to improve it. So there they are. This is a way improved 50mm lens, which is sharp from center to corner, as you can see for yourself, and no chromatic aberrations issues anymore. Like slight, but nothing major, nothing of a, nothing that I would even mention. Vignetting is there. It's pretty even, so easy to remove in post, but still it's there, so you have to be aware of that. At 2.8 it disappears almost completely. And the lens, once again, is sharp. The only thing is, of course, working against harsh light, but that's basically with every problem with every lens. However, the flaring is controlled pretty nicely. However, if you want to have a full control over your picture, I would definitely again recommend, one of these, original one to put it on, and it helps a lot. Now let's move to 85mm. Again, the same thing, sharp. You can see for yourself, vignetting still there, unfortunately, but 2.8, boom, disappears. That's strange, I don't know why, but most importantly, it's a nice lens to work with. Nice portraits, beautiful cooperation with autofocus system of Sony system, easily detects eye, face, no problem at all. The only issue I came across is working against the light, harsh light, working against the sunlight. It's to my surprise, this is the most difficult to work against the light, which doesn't mean it's impossible. You can, but definitely if you want to avoid some extensive flaring, then definitely put this one on, and this helps a lot because you can get pretty huge flares on this 85. However, when you put this on, it is very, very, very much better. So definitely a professional tool. So I'm saying professional tool because I want to tell you, this setup, this 3, 35, 50, 85 millimeter prime lenses, basic prime lenses at 1.4 at this price tag makes Sony system even better, because now you can choose from Sigma, you can choose from Tamron, from original native Sony lenses and many different lenses, and now you have Samyang, wonderful refreshed 3 lenses that work flawlessly. Autofocus is spot on, always on eye. I had no issues with those lenses when it comes to sharpness, chromatic aberration, distortion, or anything like that. Those are very, very nice lenses, which makes them probably the best choice when it comes to quality and price ratio. Let me know in comments below what you think of those refreshed Samyang lenses, and if you have some questions, don't forget to drop some comments below, and I see you guys in the next one.